I'm not a charming guy. I have never been a good-looking guy, and I have never claimed to be one. So somewhere, the- God always wanted me to be an actor
जी
and look for the excellence in acting, not in charming people, wooing people, or mesmerizing people.
yeah
I can't do that. I'll fail. Stardom never fascinated me. There is no end to popularity and there is no end to money making.
true
Okay, I'm very happy where I am. Believe me, and if my work gets me any kind of recognition, I'm ready to embrace it. As I said, I have not been looking for stardom anytime.
right
Look at my filmography. None of my choices will tell you that I was looking for stardom.
no that is
How
true
can you get stardom by doing Professor Ramchand Siras in of Aligarh or
Yeah.
Bhosle, or say Gali Guliyan? But I'm happy somewhere that my journey could inspire such fine actors like Pankaj Tripathi and Rajkummar Rao. I feel happy about it. I feel that somewhere I've really lived it meaningfully. Family Man success gives me a lot of happiness because it was a clutter breaker. There was nothing like
Absolutely.
this on any platform.
yeah
And here came a character which became like a R.K. Lakshman common man,
yes
who everybody relates with. We are
Of
here
course.
in a different city,
Right.
away from our home, to work.
to work
So asking for work there shouldn't be any shame. The only thing that somewhere scare me is when my bank balance starts going down.
it's a universal problem
That is
hi Manoj sir, welcome to News 18 Showsha.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good.
I don't know if anybody has told you, but you just look like Shrikant today.
Shrikant Tiwari.
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, sir, big congratulations on
Thank
the
you.
success, on the acclaim that Gulmohar has received from people across
my-
the board.
Yes. Oh my God. That's something I'm finding it quite difficult to digest. We always knew that we have a good film in hand.
Yes.
But the way it has been received from the first day till now is just going on and on. I'm so happy that all families are watching it together, and they are making it a point that everyone should watch it.
That is true. I don't want to give spoilers to our audience because there might be some who haven't watched it yet. But what my favorite scene was? The moment when you actually go and speak to your biological father.
Oh.
That just completely broke my heart.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
So it was it was a tough film in its own way to perform. Though it looks very simple because it's a
Yes.
simple film.
Ji.
On the outside it is a very simple family film. But there are layers into it that we had to find out and really perform those layers. That was the most difficult thing.
Ji. Since we are speaking of Gulmohar, so I see this common thread of commonality आपके 3 फिल्मों के में. So
Yeah.
there is Gulmohar, there is Gali Guliyan, and there is Aligarh, which is one of my favorite films.
Right.
कि this theme of loneliness.
Right.
Does that fascinate you as a person, as an artist?
I don't know, Gulmohar, I don't see that much of loneliness. I see a conflict
Ji.
more than loneliness, because there is his wife who is filling up all the void that he's feeling, and she's there supporting him. Simran has done it so beautifully. For me, if you ask me what is the loneliness in 3 films, I'll give you the names, and that's my trilogy on loneliness. One is Gali Guliyan. One is Aligarh, as you said it so correctly. Another is Bhosle.
Bhosle, yes.
So that's the trilogy on loneliness. It was there in my mind. There are 3 characters in 3 different worlds, completely opposite to each other. But all of them are facing that loneliness, and they are trying to deal with it in its own way. Gali Guliyan, my character's name was Khudus. His loneliness is actually driving him towards breaking down completely mentally,
Ji.
and he does break down
Yeah.
mentally. Ramchandra Siras in Aligarh, he wants to be alone and he wants to face his own loneliness, and he's very happy with it.
Yeah.
So he is dealing with it very happily. But the problem with his life is that he is not allowed to face his own loneliness and enjoy his loneliness. You know, people barge into his privacy.
Privacy, right.
Okay. Then there is Bhosle, which is a person who is trying to run away from the loneliness, but more he's running away from the loneliness, more he's getting pushed into it. That's post-retirement. Okay, he doesn't want to retire because he doesn't want to feel lonely. He doesn't want to deal with his loneliness. He doesn't want to go back to his same dark, dingy chawl room. You know, he wants to be on the job.
Right.
You know, so these are the three different characters dealing with loneliness in their own different way.
But that's so beautiful. I mean, loneliness एक बहुत personal emotion है हमारे लिए. But and I'm sure playing that in such a subdued way, it must be very tough.
There are, you know, when people say silent, shots are easy. I think you can only be remarkable if you are into the skin of the character.
जी.
And if you are doing it just on a surface level in the name of subtle acting, you will fail. People may praise you for some time, but eventually the performances will be forgotten. If you really want to touch them with your performance of no speaking, stay in the character, be into the skin of the character, feel each and every moment. For Gali Guliyan, I don't even remember when I went into my van, when I went into my base or room. It was just spending time in the character, in the gullies of lanes of Purani Delhi. Same with Bhosle, same with Professor Siras in Aligarh. You really have to live the character. Then only the eyes will tell the audience what he's thinking.
That is true.
If your eyes can only change if you are the character.
Right.
Eyes will never change if you are doing it from the outside.
So since we are speaking about loneliness, एक बार मुझे याद है Shah Rukh Khan sir had said that it's very lonely at the top. Is that the reason why you're so indifferent to stardom?
To stardom? No. When I thought of becoming an actor, what fascinated me is that the actor becomes another person. Living someone else is the aspect that I was completely fascinated by. And the acting, the craft of acting, okay? This is what fascinated me. Stardom never fascinated me. There is no end to popularity and there is no end to money making.
True.
Okay? I'm very happy where I am, believe me. And if my work gets me any kind of recognition, I'm ready to embrace it. But without working just on euphoria, I can't survive. I'm not a charming guy. I have never been a good-looking guy, and I have never claimed to be one. So somewhere, God always wanted me to be an actor and look for the excellence in acting, not in charming people, wooing people, or mesmerizing people.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I'll fail. Okay. I think that is why God wanted me to be just an actor and do different roles and excel in that.
Right. But this recognition, sir, that we're talking about, the love from the audience, of course, success. Has that ever gotten into your head at any phase of your career?
I've never experienced success.
You have?
Once a little bit, you can say that kind of the euphoria that I felt was after Satya. But I knew that people are going to be disillusioned with my second film, because every film is going to be different. Every character that I'll be doing, it will not be Bhikkhu Mahathir or anything similar to that. Right. I was not ready to do anything similar or repeat myself. Second time I felt it again very soon with Shul.
Yes.
Okay, and then there was a gap that came only after Gangs of Wasseypur and Rajniti.
Rajniti, yes.
Okay, but in between I have done great films like Aligarh and Bhosle and Gali Guliyan, all of this. all of these films have so many fantastic films that I have been part of, and the characters that I have played. The moment I feel that people are loving me, to be honest, I feel very good. Definitely, I know how to take the compliment.
Yeah.
But my mind is always on the next character that I'm playing.
Yes.
And that doesn't let me, just sit down and bask in the glory of the last one.
Right.
Because the next one is very challenging, and the script and the story is something that people have not read before or watched before. As I said, I have not been looking for stardom anytime.
Right.
Look at my filmography. None of my choices will tell you that I was looking for stardom.
No, that is true.
How can you get stardom by doing Professor Ramchand Siras of Aligarh, or Bhosle, or say Gali Guriyan? These are not the films that give you stardom. These are the films that give you an opportunity to excel and use your craft and evolve as an actor.
That's right. Like what we are speaking about, when we speak of Manoj Bajpayee, the one thing that is always there in our heads is he is associated with good cinema, meaningful cinema, cerebral thinking cinema. There was a lot of conversation, sir, that happened when you became a part of Satyameva Jayate, or there was Baghi. What made you want to do these films that are so far removed from who you are?
No, I don't look down upon mainstream cinema at all.
No,
believe me.
I am not trying to look down.
So I became part of Satyameva Jayate because Nikhil Advani, my friend, he insisted that I should be part of it. It was a good story, and when I look at a commercial film, I know exactly what I'm looking for. A story, emotion should be right, and I should be presented well, and where my name should come and how I should look on the poster, Then I completely changed the method of approaching the character. When I became part of Baghi, Ahmed Khan is the one who choreographed Sapne Mein Milti Hai. And we were too young. He was a little kid then. He said only one thing, that Manoj, just help me in making this film, because I need this film to be a success. And that one sentence was enough, coming from a friend.
Yeah.
And he gave me a blockbuster. Don't think any film of mine has become 200 crore plus blockbuster. Any film of mine, So the budget of any the Baghi or budget of Satyameva Jayate, we could make 3 Baghi, 3 Aligarh.
That is true.
Okay, or more than 3 actually, more than 3.
Yeah.
This is the cinema that I am very happy to be associated with, Aligarh kind, which are breaking something. They are clutter breaker. These are the films that gives me opportunity to evolve as an actor.
Right.
Okay, and they challenge me, they instigate me to do well. But at the same time, if I just take a break and go on a trip somewhere, so Satyameva Jayate and Baghi are like that. It's just happy break for me.
Yeah.
Okay, and even in future I will do it.
Yes.
Yeah, just to go away from this very immersive, intense process of acting, and do something completely, easy.
Like a stress buster.
A stress buster.
Yeah. This is what you told in an interview. This was after the collections came for Satyameva Jayate. You said that, of course, you're very happy. You said, I don't want to get used to it. It may force me to do something which I'm not so keen at.
Right. I'm not really keen. If you ask me, I don't judge. But I'm not so keen on making my career, building my career only on those kind of things.
Right.
Because I don't feel satisfied at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it should only be a stress buster, a picnic for me. Okay, I want to be known for the kind of work that I have been doing since many years, and for the kind of work I have been doing recently. Okay, Family Man success gives me a lot of happiness. Because it was a clutter breaker. There was nothing like this on any platform.
Yeah.
And here came a character which became like a R.K. Lakshman common man.
Yes.
Who everybody relates with. Okay. Or Glumohar for that matter. I'm playing a father of 3 grown-up children. One daughter is pregnant. one daughter who's
dealing with her own sexuality.
Dealing with her own sexuality. One son who is married and he doesn't want to listen to me. He wants to live separate, in a separate house and lead his separate life. And people are accepting it. Why they are accepting it? Because this is what they have seen me doing.
True.
No new role or film that I'm part of similar to anything that I have done before.
Yeah.
So I have gotten them used to that, and they love me only in that. So which I don't want to break that. I really want them to expect something new from me.
Yeah.
If I don't do it, you can always go on Twitter, on social media and throw abuses. It doesn't matter.
Okay. Sir, you have often always told about how Mr. Amitabh Bachchan has inspired you. Zanjeer was a film that was a really defining film in your career. From that to cut to now, there are actors like Pankaj, Tripathi, Rajkummar Rao who consider you their guru. They look up to you. Is there a sense of gratification now from you looking up to somebody to now somebody else looking up to you?
First of all, I feel completely humble and I feel thankful to these actors. They are superlative actors, okay, and they have an amazing journey behind, okay, where they come from and where they have reached is quite inspiring. Every actor takes inspiration from many different actors. I may be one of them, but I'm happy somewhere that my journey could inspire such fine actors like Pankaj Tripathi and Rajkummar Rao. I feel happy about it. I feel that somewhere I've really lived it meaningfully. That such talents could be inspired.
That's right. You have been trained under Mr. Barry John.
Yes.
If you could go back to that Manoj Bajpayee and give one advice, what would you say?
Don't be so angry, you will get it. 4 or 5 years that you can say that because of my own spiritual practices and all that, things started calming down. The anger and the angst was too much in me. Yeah, but I'm so thankful to these practices and my guru who has really shown me the path that I was able to pacify that Manoj Bajpayee, calm him down, because he was, that Manoj Bajpayee was somewhere he was a kind of a roadblock in my way to progress and evolution.
Wow, okay. So sir, there are multiple milestone films in your career that over the years have achieved a cult status. I have picked up three projects because they were extremely defining for you. Satya was one of them. You said that that was your first hit after working for so long. Going back, were there butterflies in your stomach before the release of Satya?
I was excited actually.
Okay.
No butterflies because I knew one thing, that this is a great film and the entire industry has already seen it, and everybody is only talking about Bhikkhu Mahatre and Satya, the film, and they are celebrating it. So I knew that even if it is not successful, it will get me laurels and it will, it will give me a career. That I was very happy about.
Yeah.
And since I have already told you in one of the answers that I was not really looking for stardom, I was very clear about what kind of films I wanted to do. Hit or flop actually didn't occur, it was not occurring to me.
Okay.
But what saddened me is that for 1 week there were no audience.
Right.
Okay, in the theatres. And suddenly after 1 week, 1.5 weeks, it started filling up.
Word of mouth.
Yeah. And then Bhikkhu Mahatre has become a household name, and there was a euphoria for Bhikkhu Mahatre. Wherever I went in any functions, award functions, or at the airport, on the streets, the Bhikkhu Mahatre used to be their guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were quite disappointed when they could not see me in beard, because I was all clean shaven. I was sure that I'll get a career. This is what I was very happy. So I didn't feel that butterfly. I felt that butterfly when Shool was releasing, because I wanted that film to do well. Okay, so that we could make more films like that.
Right.
That butterfly came. Actually, I felt only in Shool, not when Satya was releasing.
Okay.
Satya was releasing. There was enough reason to celebrate.
Yes. By the way, people are still waiting for Satya too, after so many years, decades rather. Okay, so the next one is Rajniti. You said that prior to that, the kind of work that you wanted to come your way wasn't coming, and then Rajniti happened,
Right.
and a lot changed. Didn't that deter your spirit, sir, not getting the kind of work that you wanted to?
The spirit, it gets deterred for me, the kind of person I am, for a day.
Okay.
It doesn't last more than, say, 2 days or 3 days. Because I'm a kind of person who can't be defeated by anyone or any circumstances. I'm always ready to deal with it very positively. Because one thing I know, that if I am mentally right, I can make things better with the guidance of God.
Yes.
If I let myself go wasted, nobody is going to remember me. So it's the only person who can help me is me. So when it is a downtime, I stick to my discipline much more. I get up at 5 o'clock, I'll do my yoga, I'll do my meditation, I'll go down, do my exercises, come up, take bath and wear nice clothes and put on nice perfume.
Just to feel good, better.
I feel good.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not going anywhere, I have to feel good about myself.
Right, right.
And then I used to call 1 or 2 directors for work. Without shame, because there's no shame. We are here in a different city, away from our home, to work. So asking for work there shouldn't be any shame.
Right.
I don't have work.
Yeah.
But good thing is all the directors welcome my calls and they entertain my request. And that kind of discipline has gotten me Neeraj Pandey, who I worked with in 6 films after that.
That's right.
So downtime was 6 years. But I was working on myself, going to my village, doing workshops in Delhi, conducting workshops, attending workshops, then working on myself all the time. The only thing that somewhere scare me is when my bank balance starts going down.
It's a universal problem.
that is the only thing that kind of gives me a little bit of nervousness, you can say.
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm not somebody who can be broken by anyone or
that's great.
any
That's
circumstances.
lovely.
Not at all.
And of course, then there is Family Man, which many feel that gave you a new lease of life.
It's just that Family Man has taken it to another level.
Yes,
you can say
absolutely.
That, okay? It has given me a strength and a power and choices. Okay, which is very important. But at the same time, with the Family Man, the OTT has really risen up in this country, multifold. And not only me, there are so many actors, so many editors, directors, cameramen, all of them are busy. Today it's easy to take Manoj Bajpayee's dates, but tomorrow if Raj and DK, they are going ahead with Family Man season 3, my dates will be with them.
Yeah.
But it will be difficult to take all the other actors' dates because all of them are super busy.
That is true. Very true. And sir, lastly, I know there's a lot on the plate for you, but I think your agle release is Banda, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
Can you tell us something about it?
Okay, Banda is directed by Apurva Singh Karki. He's a quite a fascinating talent. Okay, earlier he's done a mini series called Aspirant.
Yeah.
Okay, on YouTube for TVF. He's directed this film for Z. Vinod Bhanushali is the producer. It is inspired by a true story and a true person's court battle. Okay. So I'm playing a lawyer in this. It's a courtroom drama, and since it's inspired by a true story, all of you will make 2 plus 2 when it comes on Z. I'm actually gearing up for a massive promotion. I'm the only one who will be doing the promotion because most of the people are very new. Okay. So I have a plan for the promotion, which is going to be quite unique.
Yes. If I'm not wrong, Supan Verma is
the creative producer of this.
Yeah.
So I'll be requesting Supan to come with me to give interviews to you guys, along with my director Apurva Singh, producer Vinod Bhanushali. Yeah.
Great then. Looking forward to that and everything else.
Yes.
And
Banda is something that I'm very, very excited about.
Yes.
Because just now when I'm talking to you, just when you started, I got a call from the screening that the first set of audience is completely blown by the film.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Great. All the best to you, sir,
Thank
for
you.
that. And I hope you also get to work with your favorite director, Vetri Maran, someday.
Oh, how do you know that? Yes.
I do.
Actually, when I was in Chennai shooting for Family Man season 2, I went up to meet to him, and I met him in the edit of Asuran that time.
Yeah.
And I requested him to give me work. Let's see when that happens.
Wow. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir,
Thank
for such a lovely time.
Thank you.